to Mental Music, a podcast by teens for teens. I'm one of your hosts, Tom.
And I'm the other one, Gordon.
Now, today we'll be discussing phobias, as chosen by Gordon over here. It's kind of hard to create a topic sometimes. You know, it gets to you.
You're really taking the piss out of this one, eh? Thanks.
As a host,
glorifying my topic.
I'm sorry. As a host, I just want to be as sarcastic as possible. You know.
That's what you're getting paid for, Tom.
Because we're definitely getting paid at all. No, because it's always good to just shed a little bit of humor onto things. You know.
That's subjective. Anyway.
Okay, well maybe not everything, but like definitely shouldn't shed humor onto a funeral. But
hey, stop! That's enough. No, okay, this episode we'll be discussing phobias and how they can affect someone mentally. This phobias, I suppose everyone's affected by, because you can have fears of something. You can have, as Tom said, I had never heard of this phrase before. What was it?
Pet peeve.
Pet peeves.
That's not a phobia though.
Exactly, that's not a phobia. And
yeah.
We're going to be pointing out the differences, and then there's fears, pet peeves, and full-on phobias.
Yeah, fear. Yeah, like I'd say I have a fear of spiders, but I don't have arachnophobia, because whenever there's like a phobia, when you search it up on. When you like search it up in Google, for example, and get a definition, phobia always comes under an irrational fear of something. But it's not irrational to be scared of spiders. Let me tell you that. It's not irrational.
It's like built in your brain to know. And there's reason behind it, that there's a reason why people are scared of spiders.
Yeah, like being in Australia, don't we have like the most amount of deadly lethal spiders?
I think so.
Like, for example, like a funnel web spider, if its poison gets in you, it'll kill you from, I think it has a time limit of like
15 minutes, 20 minutes?
5 minutes. Crazy, 5 minutes to 30 days. That sounds bizarre,
but diagnosed died of a funnel web spider 30 days after you got bitten.
I know, it does sound a bit silly, but that's the time that it can be. If you don't go to the doctor before 30 days, I don't know what's wrong with you, because you'll know once you're bitten.
Yeah, it's if you get bitten by a spider and don't realize, then
there's actually
there's a problem.
This one sounds a bit silly, but there's actually a spider that it kills you by its bite is basically a super strong injection of Viagra.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and you just die from blood loss because all of it's just in one part of your body.
Thanks, Tom.
That's
Hey. What if a girl gets bitten?
I don't know about that one.
There's your research coming out.
But I should search that one up a bit.
Yeah.
But basically stay away from spiders, because they're bad.
That'll do for an introduction to phobias.
Yeah. I think that pretty much sums up what we're talking about today.
Thanks, Tom, for that insight. Yeah, so this episode we have some songs, 3 songs by JB Anime Piano. This one's called Comfort, and then we have Isabella Gonzalez, Need You Most, and Taylor Luna, I Have Tried. So first up we'll have JB Anime Piano's Comfort, and we hope you enjoy. Right, so a bit earlier on, Tom mentioned pet peeves, and before we came into the office...
Did I mention pet peeves? Oh, yeah. You don't mean in this, right?
Yeah,
okay.
before we came into the office,
Put my pen down.
we were discussing what a pet peeve actually is, because I'd never heard the term used. Well, I never understood the context. I've heard it used before, but I'm like, what is that?
Yeah. So if you don't know what pet peeves are, they're kind of like those really small, annoying things that really shouldn't matter, but they do. Like, for example, one of the pet peeves I have that I actually had to deal with today, and I moved to the other side of the room.
Whoa, that's extreme.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's bad.
It's not even bad. It's someone was pronouncing the letter H wrong.
That's extreme.
Yeah. So if you don't if you don't know how to pronounce the letter H correctly, you pronounce
Don't say don't do it.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to do it, don't do it.
No.
Don't be that guy.
If you don't know how to pronounce it properly, it's pronounced H.
Hey, man.
H.
Like,
Every grandma,
time.
every nonna, every nana, every I don't know, what do you have?
Every
Babysitter.
Gordon?
Old babysitter. Every Gordon.
I don't know. All the old people in society who were brought up with what's it? If you look at documentaries
Proper English.
from the 70s, like public addresses by Gough Whitlam,
Oh yeah.
you'd see those documentaries and then say, "Hey, he's got a pretty British Australian accent." So it's
proper
not,
profound.
It's not, and I'm sorry if you don't live in Australia and don't understand, but like, it's not fully Aussie.
Yeah.
Like you'd see now, it's more British.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you get people who lived in those days. It's a generations. Let's just think. What was it?
But
The great no.
The great what?
Not baby boomers. Generation Y.
Generation
Generation
Y.
X. Generation X.
Generation, isn't that the one before us?
Yes.
Yes, it
Our
is.
parents.
We're Y, aren't we? And then the fidget
Zed.
spinner kid just said. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
Fair enough, though.
Yeah. So Generation X. These are the guys that say it good. They say the stuff good. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Say it well.
pet peeves, the letter H. The people, I get annoyed when people say H. With
A B C D E F G H.
Because even though the
H.
letter H makes a H sound, it's
I don't
not
know.
pronounced with an H at the start.
This is Tom's pet peeve. Honestly, I think that reaction, moving across the room, is pretty.
I'm
pretty
sorry.
extreme.
I could not put up with them. I just couldn't at all. Do you have any pet peeves? I've been introducing you to the pet peeve of pen tapping, but
Yeah, please.
that's
Stop.
just me having a fidget
No,
problem.
he was intentionally annoying me.
Yeah.
And he needs to get a fidget spinner.
I'm not gonna buy a fidget spinner. I will buy a fidget cube. I'm not gonna buy a fidget spinner.
Ew! That's like twice the price.
I
of
don't
an already
care. They're better
ridiculously
than a
overpriced
fidget spinner
option.
because you can't fidget with the spinner.
All right.
I mean, you can.
I don't know.
Not well.
I'd say one of my pet peeves would be, when I'm sitting in an exam, and someone's humming behind me or next to me, and I can't turn around to tell them to stop, otherwise my paper gets cancelled. I'm like, just stop humming. I'm trying to focus.
Oh, when people, I don't mind when people are humming or like singing, but if you need to do it properly, like if you're singing, like what's the song you're singing? If you're singing, I don't know what.
If you're happy and the Smurfs theme.
Mm-hmm.
Stop! Don't know. No, I don't want to remember it. Stop. That'll be the
that's-
next song. Will be the Smurfs theme tune. No. Oh,
Gosh,
jeez.
that should be our new theme tune. Just
It's actually
I'm
we
kidding.
got this off a YouTube video. It's called Smurf theme song 10 hours. Oh jeez, no, never again. Ugh.
But yeah, like back on track onto phobias. Something that a phobia that I brought up that Gordon has never heard of, and
I still don't know what it is.
yeah, I still haven't told him. I've just kept the secret as trypophobia. Now, if you don't know what trypophobia,
The fear of mushrooms.
it it's not a phobia of falling. It's not a phobia of tripping. It's not a phobia of tripping out, as in getting high.
Hey.
It's
I
not a
don't
phobia
condone
that.
it.
What trypophobia is? It's a
Could be
phobia
Greek.
of irregular patterns or clusters of small holes or bumps.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, I've seen this on the internet.
Yeah, do not. I'm gonna bring up an image just for
Don't-
Gordon. But it's
Please.
not. Do not search this up on images
Well,
at
I mean,
all.
if you feel daring.
Yeah,
go for it.
if you feel like puking, then you can search it up.
Okay.
Have you seen images, like Google images of trypophobia?
Way back, maybe. I
Way
forgot what
back.
they look like.
Here's a really bad photo. It's
Example.
not the worst, but like, now just so you say,
Ooh.
it's fake. It's not
Ugh.
real.
Okay,
Trypophobia.
well, I'm glad it's not real. That makes
Yeah,
it nasty.
trypophobia is the fear of something. It's not a real thing that can happen. It's just
a bad Photoshop.
yeah. It is bad for all of this is bad for. But for example, something like this even now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like if you guys know, you'll go down to a supermarket and you'll buy like a chocolate or a vanilla, like a wafer
Wafer,
or something.
love 'em.
The pattern on the wafer,
Can sometimes get some people.
and there are scientists who actually study and like help people with trypophobia, and kind of say that when they look at these things, it can actually be linked to anxiety, and like because it causes them anxiety when this happens, and that's actually quite an interesting thing to think about if you don't have trypophobia. It's actually, sorry.
Self-diagnose yourself if you didn't know, but yeah, it's one of those strange things that it's like the unwritten rules of phobias. It's one of those things that you don't know about until you read about it, and then you know, oh, this has been affecting me this whole time.
Like, there's another one that's kind of common.
Arachnophobia. saying
Arachnophobia,
it.
which I think I said that before. But there's another one called apophobia, and that's a fear of bees.
I've heard of that.
And there's another one that I don't know how to pronounce this.
Oh, I'll have a go.
It's right there in the bracket. It's like
Oh, sphexophobia.
sphexiphobia.
It's a S-P-H-E.
Yeah, I saw it.
Sphex-
Yeah. Say it again.
Sphexophobia.
Sphexiphobia. You know, okay, you get it. Fear of yellow jackets, so wasps.
Oh, right.
And all other
okay. I'm like.
yeah, and all
rain
other
jackets
swarming and flying insects that sting.
Yeah. Okay. Like hornets.
Yeah, but actually, if you think about it, would this phobia be applied to people like when they look at a swarm of bees that are native bees because they can't sting? Well, I mean, they might be able to, but
so
there's-
bees that don't have stingers.
Yeah.
That aren't dangerous.
like native bees. I mean, yeah, all bees
Is that
can
a-
be
is that a-
native, but
is
like
that a species?
Australian native. Yeah, if you search up native bees, there might be something. But I actually have a beehive in my backyard.
Oh yeah,
that's
stingless bee.
yeah, that's full of native bees, and they produce some really nice honey. It's a
I
little
wouldn't
bitter.
know.
It's really it's quite sweet, but it's
pretty
also a little
sweet.
bit bitter.
Because you're a honey connoisseur now. Thanks.
I don't like.
Your personal honey connoisseur. And,
I don't
mental
generally
health
like honey.
Activist.
Honestly, I don't like.
You
a
don't
lot
like
of-
honey,
I
but
don't
you
like-
know how good stingless bee honey is.
Oh, I've tasted it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I don't
Nice,
like it, but it was
nice.
good.
Right.
That's not contradiction. I'm just admitting that I can taste the flavor in there. But I'm gonna stop talking about my tasting things.
Jeez, Tom. I need to get in with this guy. You know, jeez, can you cook?
I can't cook. My dad can cook.
I can cook.
My dad can cook, and he will cook the best chicken schnitzel, the best pizza,
Unless you're a vegetarian.
unless you're
Does he
vegetarian.
put pineapple on his pizza?
He doesn't because pineapple on pizza is disgusting,
Oh,
and
what?
if you think that it's
Okay,
good,
there's-
you
there's
can.
a feud for
Actually, I feel like I can't say that pineapple on pizza is disgusting because I want to see if there's actually a phobia of this.
Fear of pineapple on pizza.
No.
I'd
well,
love to see
maybe,
that.
but no, but fear of something else that if this is a real thing. Okay, there's not. Okay, I don't
Surprise
think
me.
there's a word of it, but yeah, it's not really a fear. But before when I was saying I can't say that pineapple on pizza is disgusting because I like some other things. You guys all know Scotch fingers, right? Arnott's Scotch fingers, yeah.
Yeah.
They're kind of nice. They're like a bit sweet. I will use them as dipping
Shortbread.
sticks for Vegemite. You have a bitter and a sweet combination. It's nice.
I've
You have
never
to-
thought about that.
You have to try it before you,
Try it before you buy it.
You'll never know before you try it.
Yeah.
In this case, you actually won't know until you try it because some people
That's
like
true.
it. Some
I don't
people
know how that would work out.
Yeah.
Hey, have you heard of this Scottish thing? Deep fried Mars bars.
Deep. Ooh, that smells nice.
It smells. Jeez. you visualise
I can already
it pretty
smell it from here.
Whoa.
I just realized that we were supposed to be talking about phobias and not
Oh
cooking
yeah.
and
Well,
not food.
it's a nice tangent. I like deep fried Mars bars.
Deep fried
Safe
Mars
to
bars.
say.
I think there's people that are scared of chocolate. Actually, I think there's
There's
actually
a thing.
I'm-
Scared of chocolate.
Can you
There's-
search that up? I'm pretty sure
Okay.
there's like a fear,
I'll
like
search
a
that up.
phobia.
You can talk about the difference between fears and phobias.
Fears and phobias. Okay, while you search up, yeah. So fears and phobias. I think I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before. Phobias are irrational fears, like an irrational fear of spiders, for example. Because it's thing is, I don't have arachnophobia because I don't have an irrational fear of spiders. I am scared of spiders because they are quite dangerous and can actually be deadly. A fear, like a phobia that might not be your... Actually, if you want to watch something that kind of tells you about phobias, there was a show on a kid's ABC channel called Figaro or something, and basically there's a kid or a guy, I don't know how old he is. He is scared of everything, and each the title of an episode is the name of a phobia.
What are you scared of?
Yeah, and actually something I feel like scientists, when naming phobias, kind of took the piss out of this one. Can you talk, Gordon? While
I actually found the name of a fear of... It's pretty specific. A heart-shaped box of chocolates. Okay, right. I'm gonna try and pronounce this. It starts with an X, so get that.
Oh, let me see.
It's
Where is it?
Zocholotophobia.
Zocholotophobia. Here's one, right? Okay, Gordon.
Yes.
You have to guess what the phobia is, right?
Right.
Hippopotamonstrosiquipedaliophobia.
Okay, is it the fear of large hippopotami with...
No.
Oh, okay.
Hippopotamonstrosiquipedaliophobia. It's a fear...
Can I have a read without checking out what it actually is?
Yes, let me just, try
trim it out, yeah.
Trim it out. Yeah, okay, just try not to read it. Just only read the words.
Yeah, okay, oh, jeez. Hippopotamonstrosesquipedaliophobia.
Okay, this is the fear of long words.
That's ironic.
Yeah.
That's like the most ironic
That's the
thing
most
you
ironic
can
thing.
come
So
up
that's why I feel like scientists are like, let's take the piss out of people, so you can't even read
Let's
what
name
the
it.
thing you're
How about
scared
just
of.
say long word. There you go.
Long wordophobia.
Made the people with that particular condition to really
Fear
feel
of
in
Latin.
place.
Actually, something
It's funny because all these words are Greek.
something that I actually want to kind of go about with phobias is, I'm glad that there's an actual name so I can kind of point out. There's some people, unfortunately, who I don't know if you'd say they suffer from it. I guess it
They're
depends if they
affected
want
by
to. I mean, I don't know if they're affected by it, but xenophobia.
Oh yes.
Now, it's not the fear of xenomorphs, don't worry. It's actually the
fear of strange creatures, outsiders.
No.
Oh, what? Okay.
Well, kind of.
Strangers. Is it strangers?
It's the fear of different race.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So pretty much xenophobia.
Xenophobia.
Xenomorph. Oh my god. Alien covenant. No.
Xenophobia is the
xenophobia.
dislike of or prejudice against people from other countries. So it's basically...
so it's like nationalism.
It's basically like you're racist, but you don't want to say anything about it.
Okay.
It's not so much you're racist, you're scared, you're like... I don't know, you're like... It's a rational fear of people from other countries. Like, if I had xenophobia and there was like someone who came from another country... If there was a person
like
who...
me. Yeah, go. Let's say you're meeting me.
Yeah, let's say if I'm meeting you, you just came from Scotland and...
Hey, no problem, mate. Have at me, mate. Go ahead. Oh yeah.
See,
no,
like
he's jazz now. He can't
yeah,
stand
I was
it.
doing like
Just
weird
because he
awkward
hates
jazz
the
hands.
Scots.
I forgot that there's no camera, just a microphone.
That's a shame.
Uh,
That soon.
Will we?
We have a YouTube channel.
We do.
Hit us up at Mental Music Pod. I don't know.
Random sponsor for ourselves. Woo! Let's go.
Got him. No, I don't know. Actually, on that, I think it's time for our next segment. We're gonna have a quick break, but in the meantime, we have a song by Isabella Gonzalez. It's called "Need You Most."
For all the times you brought out the best in me, for all the truths and all that you made me see, all the times I was afraid was lost in the dark, but you light my way. For all the love and for all the pain. 'Cause if you only knew how I appreciate you tonight, I'll make you understand. Tonight, I'll show you who I am. Yeah, I know, and I know that it's been a while since the day that I made you proud, made you smile. Just know I cannot do this alone. Need you most. For all the times you thought I didn't care. For all the times I wasn't there. 'Cause if you only knew that I appreciate you tonight, I'll make you understand. Tonight, I'll show you who I am. Yeah, I know, and I know that it's been a while since the day that I made you proud, made you smile. Just know I cannot do this alone. Need you most. No. Tonight, I want you to understand. Tonight, all that I truly am. I know that it's been a while, but I promise one day I will make you smile. Just know I cannot do this alone. I need you most.
So during our break, I have actually researched the proper definition of phobias. Before I've said it's an irrational fear, but what I've gotten here is people with a specific phobia has an excessive and unreasonable fear in the presence of or anticipation of a specific object, place, or situation. Although the person with the phobia realizes that the fear is irrational, even thinking about it can cause extreme anxiety.
Yeah, that's a pretty sound definition.
How it affects lives, however, is quite an interesting story.
It's a new page in the story.
Like, so before I mentioned apophobia, fear of bees, and it's very easy for those who don't suffer from a severe phobia to underestimate how overwhelming these kind of things are.
Works, yeah.
You can't actually understand how someone feels if you don't feel the same thing. So apophobia, which is fear of bees, a person with like a serious phobia of bees, these they can have little panic attacks even, which can be triggered by a fly, a bit of brown fluff, faint buzzing noises even. Like if you just go like, that's not a buzzing noise, but you know what I mean. That's more a mosquito.
Like
anyway. Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Who knows?
But yeah, so it can be caused by really anything that kind of resembles it a little bit. And
yeah.
If a sufferer is unprepared and a sound of movement occurs and is mistaken for a bee, they can like react pretty badly. Like I asked a friend what their phobia was, and they said that they're really scared of lifts.
Like elevators.
Yeah, like elevators.
Okay.
And I don't know why I say elevators so probably, but
I feel like I'd be the person to say
elevators. Elevators. Yes, sir. But anyway, with elevators, I asked them what scares them about the elevator, and they were saying that like being stuck in a small space and not being get out. So that's claustrophobia.
Yeah, that
And
makes sense.
I guess that would be irrational with the lift. I mean, I know some people can't handle lifts, elevators for that reason, but it's gonna open, unless something breaks. But it's not gonna
Yeah,
break.
there are ways that like the police can come in. And
Yeah, you'll be fine
I
as
think-
long as you're not on like a top floor level and the suspension
Yeah.
break. But that was another thing that they were talking about, like if they just dropped from the top,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's a very unlikely to
Bear
happen.
Grylls did a worst case scenario episode on that. I watched a few years ago. I remember that.
There was actually
Newsflash.
I gotta
Tom's news section.
I gotta find the actual newsflash. I gotta find the actual data for this, but there was I can't remember. I think it was like 2014 or thing. I think.
Pretty recent, yeah.
Let me just search up.
Relatively recent.
Sorry for the
pauses.
sorry for the.
I'll hop onto the technical side of phobias. So, phobias pretty much work. Someone has an irrational fear of something, an object, a particular material, texture of something, and it works by triggering a part of their brain called the prefrontal cortex. That part of the brain that I've always been hearing about but never really understood what it was. It's the bit right at the front. That's the name, prefrontal cortex, and it is associated with phobias, and it's the bit that makes an irrational fear sort of not irrational, more of a rational fear, because there's a
difference.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a description.
Yeah.
What's it?
If something's rational,
Explanation behind
there needs to be an explanation behind it, and that can
As there
determine
always is, yeah.
the rationalism or the irrationalism
Of that.
of that.
Respective phobia.
Is rationalism the right word?
It'll work in this context. I don't know.
Anyway, you guys know what we mean.
Yeah.
But
Tom, onto your story.
onto my story. I couldn't find the data for the thing, but basically, with the lifts falling thing, there have been less people.
Fewer.
Fewer.
Sorry.
Fewer
Stannis Baratheon is
fewer
the same
people
thing,
have been
yeah.
killed by falling lifts than there have been people killed by runaway balloon castles. Like bouncy castles not being tied down properly, flying through the wind, hitting people and killing them.
So the moral of the story is don't go to any 5-year-old's birthday party.
I think it was either 2014 or 2015. There were 43 people in the US killed by runaway balloon castles.
In the US alone.
In the
as
US
well.
alone. I don't know how many times it's happened other places.
Elsewhere, yeah.
I don't think you'd find it
Too
in
often.
like Arabia or anything, but
Saudi Arabia.
yeah, I don't think they have balloon castles down there. Do you think
I mean
they
up
would?
there. You mean
Up there, sorry.
They
I don't
do
know
what
my
they want.
geography.
Saudi Arabia, like one of the richest countries in the
Oh,
world.
they're great. Honestly, they are. Back to topic.
Do you want to get too political?
Yeah.
Having a xenophobic view on Saudi Arabia.
Okay, no, I'm not xenophobic. I'm gonna call it xenophobic because it
I'm
just
saying
sounds
xeno.
better. You're saying xeno.
Xenomorph.
Xenomorph.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's why I'm saying
I've been
xeno.
watching the Alien films.
Oh, there's a new one coming out.
Yeah, the Covenant.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Do you want to see that?
Heck yes.
Heck
Let's
yes,
do it, man.
Let's go see that. I don't like. I'm not really into scary movies though.
It seems that Tom has a phobia for scary
Okay,
films.
okay. I have scary
I saw
movie
you.
phobia.
They were bad films, Tom.
I can't. Okay, I can handle things like Silence of the Lambs.
That was a scary film.
That was okay.
That was
I didn't
tense.
find it scary, but I found it more interesting and intriguing, and that's why I wasn't scared by it.
I see
The
what you
actual parts of it that was made to be scary by the guy wearing the lamb
Hannibal
mask actually
Lecter.
crawling out of the car.
Wait, what?
Oh, sorry,
No, you mean in
I'm thinking of
Saw.
Saw. I'm thinking of
Saw.
Saw shit.
Oh, we
Well,
watched
both
Saw
of them,
at the
both
same
of them at the same time, but both of them are more intriguing and interesting. But the Hannibal Lecter part, the actual scary part of it, there wasn't really any scary parts of it.
He was just a very
Except for the
very
part,
well-acted
except for the
character.
part when the doll was actually
No,
on the
this
bike.
is Saw. You get the movie.
No, I'm talking about Saw now.
Okay, Hannibal Lecter wasn't in Saw. It was
Yeah, I
just
know.
Jigsaw. That's it.
Yeah, Jigsaw. The only scary part about that one was when the doll actually was on the bike and he crawled out, but there was no clear way of how it did that.
Yeah, I've been reading about this. So, there's a whole different genre of scariness. It's creepiness.
Was he just
there's a
pushed?
bit of a spectrum. That's the scary bit,
Was it
because you
just
don't
pushed or was
exactly
it
know.
moved on its own?
There's a specific thing called the uncanny valley. It's pretty much, it's a spectrum where at the start, the more relatable something is,
Right.
like a person,
Right, okay.
and the more it moves, it's like a Cartesian plane. What's it? Yeah, just a one-dimensional Cartesian plane, where the more something moves, versus the more it is likable to a human being, then the less of the two, the more creepy or the more scary it might be. And there's a special bit on that spectrum called the uncanny valley, and you'd see it. So you'd get
I don't know. I don't
find
know
a
any examples.
table which is right in the corner of not moving and not like to humans, to the other side of moving and like to humans.
Right.
And there's an uncanny valley right next to that point where you find the worst of both worlds. Things like androids are on the edge of the uncanny valley.
Okay,
because
but
they're moving.
androids are cool though.
They're a tiny bit strange though. If you see like a proper full-on,
I
like,
think
the things they've been developing in Japan.
Oh, I know. Androids
Yeah,
are sick.
they're
They're
pretty-
sick ass though.
They're interesting, yeah.
They're actually so cool.
Then right at the bottom, you get things like zombies.
Yeah.
And
There's
that's
a difference.
Whoa, that's
like
creepy.
something
suddenly.
there's two types of being scared. Like there's being scared of like a zombie, for example, and there's being scared by an idea. Like one of the things
yeah.
that I kind of think I'm a little bit scared about is artificial intelligence and
Okay.
where that's
Is
going
it
to
the
go.
abstract thought of it?
Just
Or
the abstract thought of it, because
physical-
there's been quite a lot of movies where like Terminator, where AIs have evolved on their own, or Ultron, even from Marvel,
Yeah.
if you're a nerd like me. But there's
Yeah.
actually an AI who was created and was asked a bunch of questions like, where do you hope you're going to go to? It's like, what do you want to talk about? I would like to talk about whatever. But the thing is that AI was actually talking for itself. Like it actually thought.
Was that Ex Machina?
I think so.
Yeah, Ex
But-
Machina. Whoa, that was.
But the
that
AI,
was
like the
crazy film.
computer system, actually thought to itself and actually responded saying, "Hey, I want to talk about whatever you want to talk about." The AI wanted to talk about what everyone else wanted
But it
to talk
didn't
about.
know.
Yeah,
That's the beauty of it.
but it's not. It wasn't
create perfect
programmed
AI.
to say that. It wasn't even programmed to think or generate that answer. It was just programmed to generate a answer. It generated that answer specifically
For that
because that's
situation.
what it wanted to generate.
That's crazy.
That's the thing that kind of gets me on edge.
to
where
be able
that's
to
gonna
develop
go.
that technology, to be able to get
Mm.
AI to follow your orders and think exactly what you want it to want to think.
That's when
That's the
things
hard
kind of go like, hey, you're my AI, you're gonna do my bidding. That's where things kind of go like, whole rogue AI gonna kill the world thing.
Yeah, I've been watching Westworld.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
I've been
That's
wanting
so
to.
good.
I don't know what it's like. I don't know what's it about really. That's for another time though.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like
special episode on
special
sci-fi
episode
films.
on movie. Actually,
And how it affects someone's mental health positively.
I know that this is supposed to
overwhelmingly.
be like mental music, supposed to be a podcast for like
14s by
yeah,
teens,
14s by
exploring
teens to
mental
help
health.
teens exploring mental health. There we go. There's our motto. It's not a
think-
motto, but sure, let's go with it.
It's
I
beautiful.
want to kind of have an episode where we kind of just talk about something fun, like I don't know, movies, what movies is for, because we can still link that. We can still say, oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's mental health. It's good mental health, like hobbies, like what's fun. It's good to increase your mental health, but what isn't good to increase your mental health is to be
Scary
hung up on
movies.
scary movies. But yeah, well, that was a bit weird with the mic. If you ever see me in a cinema alone watching a scary movie, like
Something's not right.
yeah, like that clown
If you
movie
got a
It,
date,
that clown movie It, for example. If you see me in a movie alone, that's not me.
Run.
That's a weird
That's what- you have to just
interdimensional.
run.
Just leave. Just up
Something's
and out.
desperately not right there.
Either I've been in the cinema before and I just died and my body's lying there, or I'm a demon from hell, just
Whoa,
enjoying
that's
the suffering
one way to
of
put it.
other people in the cinemas.
Okay. I don't know.
Is that politically incorrect to say like hell and stuff?
Right, the laughing is no, you need to stop. No, I feel back
was
on
purpose.
topic.
Yeah, back on
the
topic.
Uncanny Valley is like it's a special.
It's a special little place of
search it up.
nightmares and also dreams.
Pretty much the creepier something is depends on
What you
it
find
being,
creepy.
Yeah, it being something you're used to,
Mm.
but not quite used to.
Yeah.
Things like spiders, you've been exposed to them all your life,
Mm.
but they're still kind of weird because they've got 8 legs, 8 long legs, which are 5 times the length of their body.
What my thing with spiders is the bigger they are, the faster they crawl.
That's okay. That's a creepy thought in its
That's a
own.
creepy thought because
Jeez.
the bigger they are, the faster they crawl. Because spiders are kind of fast, and even those small ones are fast, and they're small. The bigger their legs are, you think how fast a human can run. That's because of how long their legs are, the reach that they can actually get. If a spider had legs,
If the spider was scaled up,
yeah, if the spider was
something
scaled
human,
up to match like a
quick.
human,
It'd be
it would just
fast.
be like it could
That's not taking
outrun a
into
train.
account
It could catch up to a train.
aerodynamics.
It could catch up to a train.
yeah,
I'm just saying that will happen.
for sure.
Yeah.
Is
You
it
couldn't
trampoline to
couldn't
the station,
drive
or is
away
it
from
like
that.
on
You
the
would not
run?
be able to drive away from that. If you were driving, that spider would be able to catch up to you just
Oh,
by
yeah, for
jogging.
sure.
I don't know if a spider can jog. Now I'm just picturing a spider on two legs, but either way.
Sprint.
So Gordon has a picture of the Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, so pretty much what I said earlier. The Uncanny Valley works on two planes, and the familiarity side, the more familiar it is, the easier it should be to understand it, and then there's the moving side, so how much it moves. So you get a healthy person sitting at the top corner. It's familiar, and it moves, so it's nothing too interesting towards your mind. Then you get things like the prosthetic hand, which might look a bit strange. Something that really makes your eye pop out. Hey,
Something to
what's
show
going
you
on?
later. But
Oh, thanks, Tom.
yeah,
Can't
no,
wait.
because you're talking about the prosthetic like hand, and
Yeah.
also so there's this like makeup artist person I follow, and I don't mean like making your face look pretty. I mean like
Follow
using
makeup artist on Instagram.
no. See, okay,
Wow,
so what
this
she
is
does
Tom for you.
is she uses makeup and these things to make like fake injuries. And
I've seen
she
that.
had one. She had her hand, and she was like moving her fingers, and she got a knife, and she just started cutting
Is that,
into
is that
her own.
trypophobia?
No.
Yeah, but
she
with
just
the
started
prosthetic
cutting
hand,
into
though.
her own hand.
It's
I'm like,
getting- it's
oh my
getting
gosh,
graphic.
what are you doing? Why are you cutting into her own hand? Because the hand was
Graphic.
moving, and then she
But it was
pulled
just
the
a
skin
prosthetic
off,
hand, yeah.
and it's this real looking skin, and there's just a robotic hand inside.
That's pretty cool.
And it's moving. I'm like, wow, that is amazingly creepy. And I love
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
I got scared of
So
at
if
first.
you
I
see
didn't know what
those
she was
films
doing.
like Coraline, with when the hand is.
I don't like it. I do not like that movie.
When the robot hand gets cut off and it's chasing
Oh,
the girl.
that's because it looks like a spider. I can't.
Yeah, there you go. It sits in the Uncanny Valley. Spiders.
Okay, I swear, if there was if 5 spiders were to crawl out of that soundproofing
You know,
thing, I
that's
would
behind me.
leave.
That's very kind of you to.
I would
give me
I
that
would
image.
okay, now I'm just having the
She's
image
off,
of like
he's
just
off.
millions.
Gone. Get out of here. Tom.
You just made me
Get
turn
going, man.
around, you
Let go.
you little ass.
Thanks.
I forgot to mention now language warning.
Nah, it's fine. It's explicit.
Oh, it's marked as explicit. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
you're fine. You're
fine.
fine. You're fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. So I mean, there you go. We've sort of summed up creepiness, pet peeves, fears, and
Phobias,
How
which is
they're
the
all
main
different
thing. Phobias.
and
Yeah, how
they
they're
can
different.
affect
Exactly.
mental health. So
I don't think I don't know how much we. I don't think how.
Well,
How much did we
we-
talk
we-
about
we got
how it
half
linked to
an hour
mental
left.
health?
that's for the viewers to decide.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I guess it kind of helps. Just so I know that we actually did something. If you do have a phobia of something,
Send it to us.
Yeah, actually, that's
I'd
a good
love
idea.
to know.
If
No,
you
I'm
have
honestly,
an
I'm
interesting
curious.
or weird phobia,
Trypophobia.
or trypophobia,
Trippin', man.
I don't man. That's more like
Got it.
snoopophobia.
Thanks.
That's a bad joke. Anyway,
Oh,
if you have an interesting or strange phobia that you'd like to share with us, send it in. Gordon, where can they send it in to us?
I can chuck it. Chuck it. Check out our. Don't chuck it.
Don't
It's very
chuck
valuable
it
to
or
us.
it's
No, you can check us out at Mental Music Pod on Instagram. What is it? Facebook, Twitter. We have a YouTube page. We have SoundCloud. Sin Nation.
We have a bunch of
all that
things.
Stuff. Yeah, all that. You can also email it to us at mentalmusic.org.
I should get a Twitter account for mental music.
Following Donald Trump and seeing his decisions come and unfold.
I have a Twitter account, but I don't use it. I'm
Okay.
gonna. Yeah, I like never use it at all. I go on it like once a semester.
Thanks for sponsoring Mental Music, Tom.
Yeah.
You're great help for the organization.
But yeah, what do we have up next for
We
our
have a song.
song?
Hold up.
Who's it by? What's the song called?
It is. Hold up, I got this.
It is "Hold Up, I Got This" by
No,
Gordon
it's
Lepland.
It's a song by Taylor Luna. It's called "I Have Tried."
And I haven't done this in a long time. Couldn't write your name down or make it sound right. Now you're fading away and I'm getting scared now. Try to fix myself, be better for you. Now you're right beside me, I look in my shoes. Don't you know how hard it is for me to look into your eyes? I don't know why I can't say goodbye. Oh, I've tried, trust me, I've tried, trust me, I've tried. I've spent long nights here waiting for you. Any creak outside my door, may it be true. Like you've come to find me and I dry the salt from my eyes. I don't know why I can't say goodbye. Oh, I've tried, trust me, I've tried, trust me, I've tried. And I've tried thousands of times every night. But it's time, I know it's time, I know it's time. I know you're right, I know you're right, I know you're right. Are you right? Are you alright? Are you right?
I believe that's all we have time for today, unfortunately.
Wait, what? No, we have all the time in the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got
We've
like
chosen
five
to
more
because
minutes.
we're lazy.
Well,
We're
I mean,
done.
we're not lazy. We just have
It's
time
been a
scheduled.
good half-hour episode.
It has been half. I think it's been more than half an hour.
Maybe a bit.
Has it? Wait, is that like? Oh, that's
Oh,
total time
plus-
overall. Okay, so it's been about half. It's been more than half an hour.
Yeah.
Either way, we hope you guys enjoyed.
As we did. Yeah.
As we did. This is
a
actually
fun episode.
this is fun. I think this is the second one I've done. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the second one I've
Yeah,
done
Tom's
so far.
second
I'm
episode.
loving it, to be honest.
That's good. That's good.
I'm not ripping off Macca's logo motto. Don't worry. I'm loving it though. Sorry. I need to learn to stop making bad jokes. But
Yeah. We have no time for that
We
segment today.
no
That's something
time.
We don't have time
that's
for.
Macca's. Please sponsor us.
There's always time for Macca's runs.
Yeah, okay. So that's all the time we have for today, unfortunately.
If you like this episode, make sure to check us out on iTunes and consider subscribing. We are also available on Sin Nation at 5 on Wednesdays and on SoundCloud under Mental Music. You can also search us up on, as we mentioned earlier in the episode, Mental Music Pod on all of our social media. So we've got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and you can chuck us an email.
We should have a Actually, I was gonna say we should have a Snapchat. Or
We
just
can
post
make
us
Yeah.
just doing shenanigans around the
Stories.
office. I probably shouldn't annoy the other
Office.
people. Yeah. But yeah, if yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Once again, the songs are in the description.
Yes,
And if you
yeah.
feel that you have some music that you'd like to play on the podcast, if you've made it or you have some music that you like, please feel free to recommend it to us on our email or through our social links.
And if you'd like to catch up on any episodes that you've may missed, it'll be the same way as watching this episode or more, as you said just before with Sin Nation and SoundCloud. Thanks for listening today, guys. My name's Tom.
And my name's Gordon.
Did we have an ending?
No, that's it. That's good.
That's it. I feel like we should leave this in here just for them
No,
to
it's
have a
fine.
little laugh about.